How to Talk to an Autistic Kid by Daniel Stefanski. This book is written by an autistic child who tells us about how it feels to live with autism and how others can interact with an autistic child to help them feel included, cared for, and understood. About me and about this book. Hi, I'm Daniel Stefanski and I'm 14 years old. I have autism. What is that, you ask? Autism is a disorder that affects how my brain works. Yes, it does work. My dad, who is an electrical engineer and knows a lot about wires and circuits, told me having autism means that my brain is wired differently from most kids' brains. Not all people with autism are exactly alike. Just like not all kids or teenagers are exactly alike, many people with autism share some characteristics though. 1. We have at least some difficulty with communication. 2. It's hard for us to understand social situations. 3. We tend to get really interested in one thing, which makes it hard to think about other things. My goal is to help you better understand autism and the people who have it. When I was 9 years old, I learned that I'm autistic. When I first heard that, I thought it meant that I'm a good artist, artistic, which I am. But what it really means is I have autism. In my book, I use the word artistic to describe myself and others who have autism. Some people don't like the label autistic, but in this book, it's the easiest way to talk about people with autism, and I'm okay with it. I'm autistic, but that's not all I am. How to Talk to an Autistic Kid is about more than just talking. I wrote it to help people get along better with autistic kids. You'll find ideas about hanging out and doing things with autistic kids and being a good friend too. I want to help kids without autism feel comfortable around kids with autism. I hope fewer autistic kids will feel lonely. If we are friendly and nice to each other, all of us can have new, interesting, and fun friends. Daniel Stefanski. Say hi. Here Daniel says, I want to be included just like anyone else. I may be different, but I'm a person too. People are different in many ways, and it feels good when people say hi to me, wave, and notice I'm here. Talk to me. Here Daniel says, like anyone else, people with autism have different ways of talking. Some say a lot, some a little bit, and some nothing at all. Communicating is hard for us. Daniel goes on to say, for me, my words get jumbled up when I talk. Sometimes I make goofy noises when I don't know what to say. Sometimes I repeat myself. He goes on to say that he likes it when others listen. Then he feels included. Try to be patient when talking with an autistic kid. What I hear. Here Daniel says that lots of kids with autism are really smart even if they have language difficulties. Sometimes you may have to slow down when you talk to us or reword what you say. Many autistic kids aren't good at understanding figures of speech. We think words mean exactly what they say. If you say, go jump in a lake, we might think you really mean for us to do it. What I don't see. Here Daniel says, you probably read people's body language without really thinking about it. But autistic kids often miss it or misunderstand it. We also have trouble getting sarcasm and slang. So if you say, nice shirt, while rolling your eyes, I probably won't get that you're making a sarcastic joke. Lots of autistic kids have trouble looking other people in the eye. I'm not trying to be rude if I don't look at your face when I'm talking to you. I'm not sure why, but it's easier for me to look down. Please don't get frustrated, raise your voice, or shout when I get stuck. Here Dan says that it relaxes me to talk about my favorite subject, but sometimes it's like my brain gets stuck and I need to be snapped out of it. You could say things like, Okay, I get what you're saying, but can we talk about something else now? Or can we try something different for a while? How about. Or I'm tired of this game. Let's do a different one. Let's hang out. To get to know me better, you could invite me to ride bikes, play video games, or go swimming. Some autistic kids can do these things, and some aren't able to. Check with the person's mom or dad first. You are probably better at sharing than I am, so you might have to show me how to take turns with things like gadgets and games. You could say something as simple as, "Hey, don't forget to give me a turn." Sometimes autistic kids need reminders like that. Different is okay. Here Daniel says, how do you spot someone who's autistic? Sometimes you can't. We usually look just like anyone else, but if you spend time with us, you might notice big or little differences in how we act. Some autistic kids might rock back and forth or side to side. They might do these things when they're nervous or upset about something. Whether we have autism or not, everyone does things sometimes that make others go, huh? Daniel goes on to say that all five senses can bother autistic kids very much. The five senses are sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. Not every autistic kid is the same though. We might talk too loud for the situation, or sometimes we might drone in a flat, boring voice. When these things happen, you can say, "I'm interested in what you're saying, but could you keep your voice down?" That sounds pretty cool, Daniel, but would you mind if we change the subject? Some autistic kids might stand too close when they talk to you. You can just say, "Excuse me, could you step back just a little bit? I need a little more space." Be a good friend. Here Daniel says something very important. He says, "Don't feel sorry for me. I have autism, but I am cool with who I am." It's easy to be a good friend to an autistic kid. Ask about my life. Ask me what I like to do. Laugh with me and not at me. I can tell the difference even if it seems like I can't. If you see an autistic kid or any kid being bullied or teased, you can help. Tell a teacher or another adult if someone is being threatened or hurt. You will feel good about yourself. And if you hurt an autistic kid's feelings, you can make things better by apologizing. Reach out. Sometimes you might see autistic kids alone at recess, in the cafeteria, or somewhere else. If you do, they are probably lonely. Ask them to do something or invite them to hang out. Compliment them when they're doing something interesting or cool. Another way you can help is by explaining what you know about autism to other kids. How do you talk to an autistic kid? Daniel asks. Respectfully, kindly, compassionately, eagerly, thoughtfully, helpfully, and patiently. With friendship, acceptance, honesty, caring, and humor. Having autism makes me a little different from other kids, but in the most important ways, we're all pretty similar, says Daniel. I do have goals and dreams just like you do. I will always have autism, but that doesn't mean my future won't be great.